Loads of cash to be won, 15 questions, and the contestants don't need to know a single answer because it's not what you know. Welcome to It's Not What You Know, the first question and answer game on British television where you, yes you, can win a huge cash prize without actually knowing the answer to a single question. Because all the hard work's already been done for our contestants. Over the past few weeks, we've had literally dozens of celebrities hunched over a hot keyboard, diligently trying to answer thousands of general knowledge questions. All our players have to do is figure out which celebrity experts got their questions right and, more importantly, who got them wrong, because it's not what you know, it's what you think they know that matters. Please welcome our contestants for tonight. They're from Hampshire, Nikki Harrison and Cable. Nikki and Kerry have been partners for a year. Kerry likes to be known as KJ. He's an officer in the army, a helicopter pilot. He's recently served in Afghanistan. Nikki is a secondary school teacher who heads up the Department for Expressive Arts. We've got 3 different games with 3 different teams of celebrities, 5 experts, in fact, each with their own specialist subject. Now, let's have a look. I can tell you Game A includes Nina Miskov, TV critic and broadcaster, so there's bound to be some questions tonight on some aspects of TV, if you go for Game A. Game B includes Professor Colin Pillinger, one of our best-known planetary scientists, so there's bound to be some questions on space if you go for Game B. Game C includes Jenny Faulkner, presenter of Entertainment Today, so obviously there will be questions on celebrities or showbiz if you go for her. Professor Colin Pillinger there, clearly a rose between 2 thorns. Now, Nikki and KJ's first decision is to choose which game they want to play, A, B or C. Which one do?
With Game B, he's very science-orientated, so therefore he might not have a greater knowledge, so it might be easier to pick if there's questions on popular culture.
Gonna go for Game B?
Yeah?
Yeah, B. Let's do it.
OK, they've gone for Game B. Handsome devil, isn't he?
He is.
So they're going for Game B. That's their team for tonight. It'll hopefully lead to them going away with a great fat wodge of cash. Let's see which other celebrities are in that game. 5 famous faces, all experts in their specialist subjects. So there we can see Professor Colin. The prof is a bit of a boff when it comes to the universe and all that stuff. He's a professor of astronomy at London University. He also headed up, of course, famously, the Beagle 2 project to land a British spacecraft on the surface of Mars. No surprise, then, that Colin is your space expert. Dougie Donnelly, Scotland's highly respected sports commentator. He's covered almost every sport and major event over the last 25 years. Dougie is the specialist on sports stars. Freddie Forsyth, internationally acclaimed novelist, renowned for his meticulous research. All of Freddie's books have become bestsellers, many set against the backdrop of historical events, so he'll be a specialist tonight on history. Mark Eccleston. Now, Mark's a versatile writer and broadcaster. He was the regular host of the ITV series Movie Nights, film reviewer on GMTV. He's the specialist tonight on sci-fi movies. And Sarah Kaywood hosted That's the Question on Challenge and the National Lottery. She's also presented Live and Kicking, Top of the Pops, and lots of shows on MTV. So tonight she's your expert on pop lyrics. OK, are you happy? Doesn't really matter now, because you're stuck with them. They'll be good. There are 15 questions, 3 on each of those specialist subjects. But the experts have all answered each other's questions as well as their own. All our players have to do is figure out who got the questions wrong. Now, I will tell you that there are at least 4 occasions in every show when the specialist was stumped and did get a question wrong on their own subject. At least 4, it could well be more. It often is. And each time our players here identify a stumped specialist, they move up a money level. They, of course, start on level 1, so this is for £1,000. Let's have a look at the first question. Question number 1 is this. Which character spoke the first line in the original Star Wars film released in 1977? Your specialist then is going to be Mark Eccleston. He's doing sci-fi movies. OK, now this is important. These are the 4 options the others were given, but Mark wasn't. One of these is the right answer. A, B, C or D? C-3PO, Han Solo, Princess Leia or Luke Skywalker? Any idea?
I haven't, no.
I think it might be the comedy duo, the old C-3PO, possibly.
It's the right
gets
answer,
things off
actually.
the
It is C-3PO. Would Mark have known this? He's the specialist.
I think
Yeah.
definitely he would have known that.
Think he
You
would?
think so?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'm not entirely convinced.
What about the professor?
I'd love to think he knew it, but I'm not sure he would.
Why would you love to think he knew it?
Because he should know it, because it's Star Wars, it's all
What are you
about
talking
planets
about?
and space. I'd really like to think he knew the answer.
I'm thinking, Mark, it's a tough question without the options.
I disagree, I think he'll know
If
it.
we're going to take a
choose
risk,
to go for Sarah.
early is better to do it if
Yeah,
you're
but
going
I
to take a risk.
really think he'd know the answer to that. That's his specialist, is sci-fi movies. I
OK,
really
I'll take the hit.
How was your relationship? Everything all right, is it?
For
It
now.
was all right.
For now, we're seeing
Till you
15
came
questions,
here.
yeah.
Right, lock it in, Mark. Let's have a look then. Give me the other four, guys. How did they do? Were they stumped on this question? Sarah knew it. Doogie knew it. So you need Mark to be stumped to take you up to £1,000. But of course, being the specialist, if he's wrong, it would take you immediately up to the second level. Right. Mark, were you stumped? I think he might have been, actually. Yes, he was. Well played. Nicky, you have no faith in your man. So that's good. They go up to £1,000 on their first question, but also it's rather important they go up a level to £5,000. Stop it. Right, so you have £1,000, but it does mean you're now playing for £6,000. I just remind you, if they do fail to identify an expert who was stumped on the next question, question number 2, or from now on, they lose any money they won, so the £1,000 will go back to 0. And that will happen on any question. If they give me a wrong answer, they go back to nothing. I will warn you, though, if at any time they are really undecided, they can protect their winnings and pass. You can only do it on one question, and you can't do that on question 15. OK, you have to play that one. Sorry, but that would make it too easy. Right, this is the next question. Question number 2 is this. In 1995, who became the first British-born astronaut to walk in space? So your specialist is going to be the prof. Now, these are the 4 options the others were given. Professor Colin wasn't. A, B, C or D, here they come. Michael Foale, Bernard Harris, Mary Ryan or Helen Sharman. One of those first British-born astronaut to walk in space in 95.
Believe it might have been Michael.
Michael Foale.
Yeah.
It's the right answer, KJ. Good boy. The professor, would he know? He should know.
He definitely
Well, he
does,
is.
Definitely knows, yeah. He must.
OK, so you reckon he'd know. Let's have a look at the
I
others
think
He's
then.
got to, yeah. Be
Now,
embarrassing.
who would not know?
I don't think Sarah would know. I think Freddie might know. Being a journalist and probably having a continued interest in
Yeah.
current affairs, I think he
He's got a
would definitely
continued
know.
interest in almost everything, Freddie.
Yeah, I
actually.
think he would know.
I think you might know this, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but you've got to find me,
yeah.
at least one of those would not know. At least one of these people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, would not know this answer. Otherwise, it's not much of a night out, really.
Well,
I think Sarah.
Sarah's my-
I'm not
my
sure
top
she
choice.
would. Yeah. I think, should we go Sarah?
yeah, let's
Shall
do
we
it.
go, Sarah?
Yeah, please.
OK, lock it in, Sarah Kaywood. So, you reckon the professor did know this? Let's have a look. I think he must have done.
Sure.
Doogie, let's have a look. I think he might have. No, he did not. Freddie, did Freddie know? Yeah, he did. Mark, no. No, he did not. Right, you need Sarah Kaywood to have not known this answer and to be stumped. Your money would go up to £6,000. If she knew it, you go back to 0. Did she know it? We'll take a break. Don't go away.
Bravo brings you the world's deadliest one.